I think, above and beyond what anyone else is doing, because he's really doing it from the heart and true service to the community. And he's also my partner for the summit. It's been fascinating putting the summit together with Johnny. He's given so much, and he's been traveling all around the world. Every time we try to talk about the summit, it's like, oh, I'm in Canada next week with the Asian Playboy. Oh, we're in London. So he's given to us so much this weekend. I think Johnny Wolf deserves a very special welcome as he's going to share with you his take on the community. Everybody, Johnny Wolf, come on. Yeah. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes, yes. Man, that feels amazing. That feels amazing to me. And to think 2 years ago, I was sitting in those very seats that you guys are in. I was just another average, frustrated chump that was sick of rejection, sick of not really just truly being the best man I could be and having the best women in my life. I made a conscious decision 10 years ago that I did not want to die a virgin. It took me 2 years to get my first kiss. It was that hard, that difficult, because there's no community around, there was no books on this, no videos, no seminars I can go to. I had to figure this shit out on my own. Luckily, I brought in 2 really good wings, really great, amazing guys that shared the same vision that we can do something in our lives. That if we weren't born with the natural talents and the looks, that we can still make ourselves into powerful sexual men. You guys in your seats have all made that same decision as me, which is why you're here, right? Yeah. So nothing makes me happier than seeing you guys grow, not only in your sex lives, but in your relationships with men, your friends, your families, personal power, wealth. And a lot of people don't realize this, because when they come into the community, we all come in to get better with women. But what a lot of people don't realize is through that, that brings us in. That's the first step. But everything we do is a men's self-help movement. We are leading the journey of men to be superior men. And I'm not saying that in a way where others are lower than you or women are lower than you, because they're not. We can all rise up together. We can all be alpha males in this world. We can all tap into our potentials and ignite just that passion we have inside of us, because we all have it. We all have different skills and abilities that we were born with. We all have different challenges and diversities. But each one of you, each and every one of you, can be the best Aaron, John, Joe. You guys can be the best version of yourself. And that's why I host the summit every year. I want to bring the best guys from all different walks of life, all different disciplines, so you guys can learn from the best. That's why I hang out with these guys in my personal life. I want to screen out who's real, who's legit, who has game, who actually cares for their students, that want them to learn and grow. I travel the world hanging out with the best pickup artists to get my own game better, to get a glimpse of their realities, and to bring them to you. I am a 100% advocate of all the different systems out there. Natural game, indirect, direct method. And that's what I want to share with you guys today, is how to pick and choose the right method for you at this time in your life. When I started, I was somewhat of a natural. But it wasn't I randomly bumped into it. It was I didn't have seduction community stuff to read. So by me going out trying to get good with women, it was like natural game. No prescripted lines, routines. It's really fucking hard to get started that way. Do you know how hard it is to make 500 approaches, randomly saying things off the top of your head when you have no idea how to talk to women? It's fucking hard. Which is why having routines in indirect game gets you going, gets you the mileage that Michal was talking about. Because you need that social experience to be able to do the more advanced things. If you don't have social experience talking to over 5,000 people in your life, in your whole lifetime, either through your work or through school, or through social events, if you don't have that experience of interacting with people every day, you are starting at negative 20 points. And just to get up to 0, you're going to have to keep a couple of people out doing routines. You're going to have to really just dig deep and say, you know what? I got 5 years of catching up to do with everyone else just to be normal. It's sad because I see a lot of guys in the audience and through pickup, they're saying, you know what, I'm already 42, I'm already 38. I don't have time to catch up. I just want to get good now. I wish I would have got good 10 years ago. We can't change that. What we can change is today, tomorrow, and the future. Who here has read The Game by Neil Strauss? Every one of you, good. The single most inspiring book I've ever read. That's what got me into the community. When I read it, I thought, fucking shit, there are other guys in the world that do this? It was amazing to me. Finally, I had a community of friends that I can talk to about subjects that interested me, stuff that fascinated me. But when was the book written, guys? 2005, I think, right? 2004? 2005. And when did the events that took place in the book actually happen? 2002, 2003. What's today's date? That's 6 years. 6 years ago, those events happened. What were you guys like 6 years ago? If you read a computer manual about the latest, greatest computer processing power, speeds, or new gadgets, would you pick up a magazine, Computer Tech, May 2002? No. But the game is inspiring, it's legendary, it's going to be a classic. I'm going to make my kids read the game. But don't try to take the material, the lines that they used in that book, and apply it as current day knowledge. It worked amazingly 6 years ago. But pick up, just like life and everything in it evolves. Do you guys agree on that? Yeah. Right. So what was mainly featured in the game, we refer to as Pickup 1.0. And I credit a lot of this to my housemate and my really good friend, JT, the Asian playboy. Kind of came up with all this stuff together because it fascinates us. Pickup 1.0 mainly contrives of the indirect method. You guys don't know what that is, right? Hey guys, quick question. I gotta go in a minute. My friends are waiting for me there. There's 5 models. But I wanted to ask, who lies more, men or women? Women. Oh, you must lie. You look like a liar. Your nose wriggles when you lie. Oh, by the way, are you two best friends? Oh, you're so best friends. You guys make this exact same movements. But seriously, have you heard of the cube? All right, you guys laugh at this, but it shit works. I used that shit a couple years ago, it fucking was gold. It was amazing, right? A lot of the pros of it. What are some pros of indirect method? Get you out there, get you talking, get you that mileage that Mihal was talking about, get you that social experience. You cannot work on the advanced body language components if you're too busy in your head thinking, what should I say? For a whole month, I just started talking random crap to girls, not expecting to go anywhere, just so I can observe my body language. Just so I can consciously imagine myself standing and see what I look like to a third party. Pickup 1.0 helped me do that. If you're a beginner, you're starting out, or you need to catch up on social experience, no matter how long you've been in the game, if you haven't done 1,000 approaches, Pickup 1.0 might be for you. Especially if your job is something that's not social. If you're an engineer, an accountant, a programmer, you don't have enough social experience to go situational, go natural yet. That's a fact of life. That's a benefit of Pickup 1.0. Mainly, it comprises of can openers, stock routines, gimmicks, magic tricks, really heavy peacocking so girls will open you or ask you about it. And this also includes patterns or just hypnosis stuff, where all this is Pickup 1.0, and there is a place for it. But it's funny, because even if you started in Pickup 1.0 and you discover natural game, you start hating Pickup 1.0. You're like, man, I wasted 6 months of my life doing stupid routines, putting on makeup every day, peacocking. I fucking hate myself. Why did I do that? I should have just been natural from the start. Has anyone ever felt that way? And you start just being so against it. Routines suck. Don't ever do a routine. I felt that for a while. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be natural. This is how God intended us to be, just be natural. So Pickup 2.0. Who drew that? Pickup 2.0, a lot of it was, you know what? Let's plug all the holes in 1.0. Let's tear that shit apart. 1.0 sucks. This is why it sucks. Let's fix it. 1.0 is not direct enough. You're not showing interest enough. You gotta be a man. Be a fucking man. Be a fucking man! Tell the girl, you are fucking beautiful. I wanna fuck you on stage right now. In 1.0, you would pussyfoot around it all day, and until you got her alone in your bed or at home, you never convey interest. Direct method said, fuck it, let's do it from the start. That fixed the problem, but it created a whole bunch of new ones. Can you guys all think of some problems with hardcore direct method? Girls, sometimes it's intimidating. It's not congruent to your personality. If you're a built, sexy guy, and you ooze, sexuality, it works great for you. But if you're nervous and shy, socially awkward, you become creepy. Can you imagine a guy coming up to you, you're so sexy, I wanna fuck you. Does not work, guys. So the other end of the spectrum for Pickup 2.0 was natural game.